680's Richard Sutherland joins us now. Hello, Richard.
Francis, how are you this afternoon?
Not bad, very good. So it was the marijuana files on Bay Street today. Cannabis stocks surged to record highs on comments from one of the world's largest alcohol producers.
Correct. Again, it's Constellation Brands, and we heard from this company a few weeks ago when it took a 38% stake in Canada's biggest pot company, Canopy Growth. Constellation held an investor conference in New York today, and they said it thinks Canada's market could grow to more than $200 billion within 15 years. It expects significant opportunities for additional investment in Canada's Canopy Growth. And it said it's building a war chest to invest in cannabis on a whole. Francis, this sent Canopy stock to a record above $71, closed a little bit off that. But basically, investors, they think we're just at the beginning of seeing investment from alcohol, from tobacco, from pharmaceuticals. And that's why these stocks have gone parabolic in the last few weeks on Bay Street.
So the Bank of Canada didn't touch interest rates at all because of all that uncertainty regarding NAFTA.
Absolutely. We were talking about that earlier in the show. The negotiations ongoing, and the Bank of Canada says there's just too much uncertainty to move on rates. So the benchmark lending rate holding at 1.5%. Of course, the bank has hiked interest rates twice this year, and it's signaling, and most economists think, we will see a third interest rate hike probably in the month of October. Of course, the Canadian economy improving, but a lot depends on those NAFTA negotiations. We have to see exactly what comes out of those talks in Washington, Francis.
So some top executives from Facebook and Twitter defended their companies in Washington today over a failure to combat foreign efforts to influence U.S. politics. Meantime, there's also a new study that suggests many are logging out of Facebook.
Yeah, I thought these were really interesting numbers. Of course, there's a big scandal about the U.S. election and privacy involving Facebook with that Cambridge Analytica scandal. And look what the Pew Research Center found. 54% of Facebook users have adjusted their privacy settings over the past year. More than half. 42% say they've taken a break from checking Facebook for at least several weeks at a time this year. 26% have outright deleted the Facebook app from their phone. This sent Facebook stock down today. We also had Twitter stock selling off, Francis. Its CEO, Jack Dorsey, admitting to the U.S. Congress, he said, yeah, our privacy rules, you cannot understand them, and it's something we want to fix. We admitted that there's a big issue there.
Now, we know we have people watching us on Facebook exclusively, and we thank you for that.
Please don't log off.
Don't log off, please.
Me and Francis, we're trying to feed ourselves here
now.
Please.
Please help us. So there's a new service starting up. I'm really interested in this because we just got a pool a couple years ago. Airbnb for pools, now available in Toronto. How does it work?
Yeah, so you want to host a pool party, don't have a pool? No problem. New technology to the rescue. Airbnb of swimming pools. Francis, it's called Swimply. And you basically log on and you can rent someone's pool by the hour. The rates range from as low as $20 an hour to a high of $200 on the weekend. Ooh. If you're a pool owner like yourself, you can list your pool for rent. It can help you offset the cost of your swimming pool. And it's good for those looking to rent because you can spontaneously say, hey, let's take a dip. You can log on and rent the pool. So again, it's available in Canada. I don't need it because I haven't got the invite yet, but I'm assuming my friend Francis D'Souza will invite me over to his backyard swimming pool at some point before the summer's over. I'm sure it's going to happen.
And I'll give you a deal on the price. For you, only $20 at the low end, not the $200.
How generous. I'm just going to show up in my bathing suit unannounced.
Please don't.
Scare the family.
We'll alert police, yes. So how much money did you have in the bank when you were 21, Richard?
Not very much, just like right now, Francis.
Like
not
21 bucks? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, you've been looking at the richest people by that age, and is it true they're rich at 21? Wow.
Yeah, so the richest person by age, Kylie Jenner, is the richest 21-year-old in the world at $850 million. That'll make us all feel mighty depressed. Richest 24-year-old, Justin Bieber, $300 million. Just bought a house about an hour away from Toronto. 26 for the age of 26. It's Frances Bean Cobain, of course, the daughter of the late musician Kurt Cobain, worth $120 million. For age 30, it's a gentleman by the name of Bobby Murphy. He started Snapchat. He's worth $1.9 billion. The richest 34-year-old is mighty rich indeed. Mark Zuckerberg, more than $75 billion in the bank. For the age of 45, it's Larry Page, CEO of Google, $62+ billion. Richest 54-year-old is the richest person in the world. It's Jeff Bezos for the age of 54, and he is worth $157 billion. Of course, all that Amazon money. For number 63, a name we know very well on the rich list, Bill Gates, worth $102 billion. Getting up there now to the age of 88, it's Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha, the legendary investor, worth $85 billion, still lives in the 3-bedroom house he bought 40 years ago, though, Francis, he's very frugal. And for the age of 100, it's a gentleman by the name of Chang Young Chung, a shipping magnate from Asia, $730 million in the bank. So now we feel terrible about ourselves. I'm sorry about that.
No, I think you and I are rich with love.
I like that.
Goes
I like
a long
that
way.
thinking. Indeed.
You know, if it's the only thing.
That's all we got. That's all we got.
It's all good. So the world's last remaining Blockbuster video store is getting its own beverage.
Yeah, I thought this was interesting. We actually interviewed the owners a couple of weeks ago here on City News. Down in Bend, Oregon, the last Blockbuster. Now it has its own beer called the Last Blockbuster. The beer is said to be light-bodied black ale. Nuances of red licorice, pairs perfectly with buttery popcorn and your favorite chocolate. Hints of nostalgia. Perfect for the last Blockbuster on Earth, Francis.
And it's American, right? So.
So, Mary, you're going to have to go down to Bend, Oregon. Let's go on a road trip, Francis.
Maybe. We'll see. Got to work on that pool rental first.
Absolutely. I'll be over. I'll be over tonight.
Thank you, Richard.
Thanks.